All right, welcome to the first episode of the Money Mode 9968 Fantasy Basketball Podcast. We're going to be going over the game, trying to help you out with all of your fantasy basketball needs, and I'm going to be going over the recap of today. Today is the 28th? I don't know what today is, but let's go over the Nets Hornets. So the Nets beat the Charlotte Hornets 104-83. Leading the way is, let's start with the Brooklyn Nets. Leading the way is D'Angelo Russell, 6.7 boards, 7 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. Got a couple of defensive stats, but can't hit a shot today. And, wow, 5 from 3. That's very not embarrassing, but you can do better than that. We got Johnson, 18, 5, 4. Pretty good game. 2 steals, 1 block. Only 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls. Zaire Williams, 13, 3 and 3. None of these guys are really on the fantasy radar. Jalen Wilson, 15, 1, 1. Maybe if there's some more trades, if Cam Johnson or Cam Thomas goes, I could see maybe some of those guys getting fantasy relevant. But Nick Claxton, big bounce back game from him. He has not been this great this year. 12, 8, 1. You'd like to see a double-double. You don't get it, but 6 blocks. Now, there's the guy that we remember from last year. Now, to be honest, I can't even say this guy's last name, but he had 16 fantasy points. 14, 4, 1 steal. Pretty good game. Ben Simmons, usual 10. This guy should be a walking 10, 10, 10, but he has no confidence. All right, the rest of these guys aren't really fantasy relevant, so let's go over onto the Charlotte Hornets. We got Micic, who I'm pretty sure got hurt in this game early on at some point. Or maybe that was the game before. But he had 15, 7, and 6. Pretty good game. 4, 6 from 3. 4 turnovers, though. Come on, you gotta cut down the turnovers. Smith, 2, 5, and 2. This guy was a big waiver wire pickup, and I never really understood it. And he is not doing anything. On 27 minutes, he only has 5 fantasy points. Not too good. Now, here he is, the thug himself, Mr. 27 days, 27 nights. Miles Bridges, the man who beats his wife. And you know what? He beat the Nets for 33.5 fantasy score. Bam! 23, 13, and 1. 2 steals, 2 blocks, 4 defensive stats. Good job. 2 turnovers. Yeah, pretty good. Okuge, there was some injuries in the lineup. He's been pushed into a bigger role. 9, 2, and 2. Nothing really much to talk about. But the big thing is that Taj Gibson actually started over Diabate. And if you know basketball, Taj Gibson's about 40 freaking years old. Why the heck is he starting? I don't know. 10. He didn't even get a board. Oh no, my bad. He didn't get a point. He had 10 boards, no points. I'm sorry. 10 freaking boards, no points. He didn't even get a free throw. Get this man out of a starting lineup. Come on, what are we doing? Diabate played 27 minutes. You'd like to see more than that. I'm not really sure why they thought Taj Gibson would be good starting. I don't know. He gets 13, 8, 1 steal. All right, game. Not really fantasy relevant unless there's an injury to Mark Williams. But when Mark Williams back, none of these guys are fantasy relevant. All right, let's move on to the next game. Pistons-Pacers. So the Pacers take down the Pistons 133-119. Let's start off with the Pistons. They lost. All right. Actually, no. Let's start off with the Pacers. They won. Starting off with Tyrese Halliburton. Back in form. 37 and 8. Whoo! 1 steal. 10 of 17 from the field. He hasn't been too good in terms of field goal percentages. But, this is a great bounce back game. 4 and 9 from 3. Bang. 6 and 9 for the free throw line. You'd like to see maybe 7. But, only 1 turnover on 8 assists. I like that. That's encouraging going forward. Shepard, I think he was in the starting lineup for, where is he? Benedict Mathurin. Benedict Mathurin did not play today. He had 12, 2, 4, and 1 on 33 minutes played. You could consider picking him up, but at the end of the day, I think there's going to be more people coming back. So I don't really see where he's fantasy relevant at all. Same thing with Aaron Nesmith. 32 minutes played, 0 points scored. Get him out of here. Pascal Siakam, 33.5 fantasy points on 37 real-life points, 6 boards, 4 assists, and a block. 4 of 7 from 3, 15 of 21 for the field. Great day, Siakam. Good job. Only 1 turnover as well. Miles Turner, the king of disappointments. Again, can't get you a double-double. 24, 7 and 3, 1 steal, 5 10 for the field, 4 of 6 and 3. That's pretty good. But you need to get those 3 boards, get that double-double, because without that, you're mid-20s, and unless you're in a 14 to 16-man league, that's not really that useful. League 23 in our league is not very that useful. All right, TJ McConnell, 14, 6 and 3. Not really fantasy relevant unless there's an injury to Tyrese Halliburton. But, he's a good stash and hold if you feel that he might get hurt. Let's go to the Pistons side of the ball. Amen Thompson, let's start us off. 10, Mr. Bloodclot himself, that's his name here. 10, 3, 1, 1, nothing. Nothing to talk about. Timmy Hardaway, 3, 2, and 2. Really? Get him out of here. Mr. Cade Cunningham, great real life game. 32, 5, and 9, 1 steal. 1 of 5 from 3. Come on, Cade. 4 turnovers? Really, Cade? Come on. I mean, it's not that great of a fantasy game, but, you'll take it from Cade. Tobias Harris, 19, 8, and 2. I mean, it's classic Tobias Harris, mid-20s fantasy score. You can't really ask for much more. You can't be, oh, no, you didn't give me fantasy. Yeah, it's Tobias Harris in the year 2025. Are you expecting much? Let's go to Jalen Duren, who actually has been playing pretty good the last, 2 to 3 games. He's 14, 10, 3, 1 block, only 2 personal fouls. But I bet you we got it right off rip because that's what that guy loves to do. Now let's go to the last fantasy relevant guy on this team, Malik Beasley. 20 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, great field goal percentages, 2 of 3 from the line, 2 personal fouls. Great game. Not too much for fantasy, but hey, pretty good. Let's move on over to the Raptors and the Wizards. And my gosh, these are 2 tankers going at it. Oh my. 106 to 82. Bah, that's gross. All right, let's start off with the Raptors. Abaji, just look at this. It's just mid. It's mid. 19, 15, 24, 9. There's not a fantasy lock-in on both these teams. This is ridiculous. Wow. Well, Abaji had 12, 3, and 1, 3 steals. You like to see that. 1 block, too. You love the defensive stats, but he didn't do enough on the offensive side to even, consider having him. Davion Mitchell, defensive lockdown, but 10 points, 4 rebounds, 9 assists, 1 away from the double-double, but he had 5 turnovers. Come on, man. Scottism, 24, 4, and 4, 1 steal, 1 block. You expect more from the defensive side. Honestly, you expect more boards, too, and assists. You expect more from him. I like the scoring output, though. RJ Barrett, want to talk about a stinker. 11, 3, and 3, 50% from the field, 0 of 2 from the line. 5 fouls. Come on, buddy. You can do better than that. Jakob Poeltl, 12, 8, and 6, 2 steals. In a game where they only scored 106 and they won by 20, basically. Yeah, that you could see where he got that score from. All right. Let's go over to Jordan Poole. Oh, my. 3, 2, and 2 blocks. 1 of 9 from the field. 0 of 5 from 3. Come on, Poole. Come on, Poole. This is like post-punch from Draymond Poole. We need you to be better than that. Shitter Kuzma back at it. 19, 10, and 1. Bum. Get him on a shitty team. Ship him out of here. He stinks. You know why they should ship him out of here? They should ship out. Realistically, Kuzma, probably gone by the trade deadline. Valanciunas is probably going to be traded to, my guess, would be the Lakers because Anthony Davis has been complaining that he wants a center and he just got hurt. I feel like the stars are lining up for Valanciunas to be a Laker. But Justice Champagnie, waiver wire legend, 15 minutes, 20 points. God damn. But you want to know why he did that? It's because he had 2 blocks and 2 steals. In our league, those are both worth 2 points each. So that's 8 points just off those right there. But I mean, damn. You want to talk about getting fantasy points in low minutes? This guy loves to do that. All right, now let's go move on to my Celtics versus the Chicago Bulls. Now, do you want to talk about the elephant in the room? Mr. Kristaps Porzingis. Oh my goodness, this man could not be stopped all game. Ridiculous. 34, 11 boards, 3 assists, 3 steals, 10 of 18 from the field, 8 of 14 from 3. Oh my God. What a beast. 6 of 6 from the line, only 1 turnover as well. JT, JT's having a rough little stretch right now. But, he's just doing his job. We're just getting wins. We haven't been getting wins the last couple weeks, but he had 16, 8, and 5. If you're a JT owner, I think you got to start worrying a little bit. I'm not saying panic, but you got to be a little worried. Just because this has been a couple just mid-fantasies. He's not getting you hit, or at least he hasn't yet in the last couple weeks. He hasn't gotten you that 40-point fantasy game yet. Well, we're waiting on that. Jaylen Brown, 28, 6 and 6. Great real-life game with 1 steal. 10 of 18 from the field. 1 of 5 from 3. Come on, man. You can't make that 3 of 5, bro? Come on. Let's go. D. White, this is a big bounce back game from D-White because he has been terrible as of late. 22, 1-5 with 1 block, 7-14 from the field, 4-10 from 3. I mean, it's all right. 4-10 this guy's got some of the greenest lights in the NBA. You expect a little bit more from D-White, but it's a good game and a blowout win. Drew Holiday, 6'6", As we all know, this guy is not fantasy relevant unless there's many injuries, because this guy just waits until playoffs to turn up. So he's not going to really do anything for your fantasy team. Peyton Pritchard off the bench, 34 minutes. Drops 10, 2, and 7 with 2 steals and a block. Peyton Pritchard's getting blocks out here. Let's go. Jaden Springer getting more minutes these past couple games. Apparently he's in trade rumors, so maybe you want to add him if you think he's going to go somewhere, but he's probably not going to be fantasy relevant anywhere he goes. But he grabs 4 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block. One thing about Jaden Springer is this guy is a defensive menace. You don't want to be anywhere near this guy. This guy's He's taking all your cookies. He's taking all of them from you. Now let's move on over to the Bulls. Let's start with I might swerve in that corner, woo. Lonzo Ball, 9-4-4 on 23 minutes played. It's very annoying to see his minutes stuck in the mid-20s. Like, I know. He got hurt for 3 years. Yes, I know. But can we just see this guy play like 30 minutes? Like, I don't think he'll get hurt if he plays 30 minutes. Maybe they're just playing it safe. I mean, they are 20 and 27. They don't have to rush him back out there. But in terms of fantasy, unless he gets to 25 and over, he's probably not fantasy relevant, but he could be in the next coming days, as Zach LaVine was out on personal issues, and he was out for the rest of this week. So, with a potential LaVine and Vucevic trade maybe coming, maybe Lonzo finds his way to fantasy relevance late in the season. Kobe White, 31 minutes, only 11 fantasy points. 16, 2 and 3. 2 of 7 from 3. 4 turnovers. Blech. Gross. Ayo Eduzmo, 12, 4, 4. Mid. 1 steal. 1 turnover. Now, usually I'm expecting a lot more from Josh Giddey. I'm expecting at least a double-double every game from Josh Giddey. But he only drops 10, 4 boards. Very low for Giddey. 6 assists. Again, low for Giddey. Only 1 steal. 1 of 4 from 3, like, just flat out not good enough. And you could tell, it reflects on the fantasy score, only 17. Usually expecting him for at least like 28, 29 a week. Nikola Vucevic, talk about a stinker. 6 points, 11 boards, 2 assists, 2 blocks, 3 of 9, 0 of 3 from field, 3 fouls, and 2 turnovers. For a man that might be getting traded soon, not a great look for the teams that are going to trade for him. But we have Jalen Smith. Or actually, is it Jalen? It is Jalen. Jalen Smith coming off the bench. Big blowout. He gets 9, 11, 1. 3 blocks, though. 3 of 10 from the field. Come on, Jalen. We can do better than that. 1 of 5 from 3. But 22 fantasy points and only 23 minutes played. Maybe that's a pickup. I don't know. Pat Will, 16, 7, and 4. 1 block. The oldest 23-year-old man known to date, because this man looks like he's 35. But maybe he's fantasy relevant. 30 minutes? With a couple guys leaving due to trades, Pat Williams could be a potential starter. So that could be a guy that you could be looking into, as well as their first-round pick, I think he was a first-round pick, Matas Buzelis. See, this guy, I feel like as the season just gets on, I don't think we're at that time yet. I think it's going to be more towards, fantasy, more towards the end of the year when this guy gets his run. But very talented man. When he gets his run, he going to get his run. All right, now let's go over to the Cleveland Cavaliers, taking down... Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't even been reading the scores. The Boston Celtics take down the Bulls 122-100. I'll do better next time. Sorry, this is the first episode. Got to iron out some kinks. The Cleveland Cavaliers take down the Miami Heat 126-106. All right, let's start off with the Cleveland Cavaliers, who Darius Garland did not play tonight. And what did that mean? Oh, Ty Jerome's going to start, right? They grabbed Jalen Tyson, who played 30 minutes and dropped 4, 5, and 4. Get that garbage out of here! Drop. Donovan Mitchell, 34, 1 and 6. Dog work. 14 from 23 from the field and 5, 11 from 3. Dog. Only 1 turnover. That's classic Donovan Mitchell, classic Spider. Max Strus, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals. Really getting carried by defensive stats. 2 of 9 from the 3. Bum. Evan Mobley, dog work. 22, 15 boards, 2 assists, 1 block, 10 of 15 from the field. Whew, what a great game from Evan Mobley. Jared Allen, he's in the mid couple last weeks, but quick double-double, 12, 10, and 1, 2 steals. Pretty good in a 20-point win. Excuse me. Ty Jerome, the man that everyone thought was going to start, for some reason came off the bench, but he had a much better game than Jalen Tyson. 20 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 9 of 18 from field, 50%. God damn. But only 2 of 8 from 3. For a man who, I think not too long ago in his last green game went like 8 from 8 from 3, not too good. Not what you want to see. Let's talk about the Miami Heat. Tyler Hero, on 34 minutes played, dropped 22 points, 5 boards, 6 assists, 1 steal, and a block. Great shooting percentages, just about 50%, 40 from 3. You want 5, but, we're okay with that. 0 of 1 from the free throw line. I'm confused on how he only got 1. I'm not really sure. But bro missed it. Maybe he got an and 1 and he bricked that shit. I don't know. But you don't like seeing that. Hayward Highsmith, I don't know what he does. He gets minutes, doesn't do any fancy points, and get him out of consideration. I don't even want to talk about him. Duncan Robinson, 13, 2, and 3, 1 steal. He is only in fantasy consideration when he is on a hot streak, and he is not on one. Do not grab him unless you're in, and me specifically, I'm talking about a 12-man league. He could be a good bench piece, but if you're in a 14 to 16, maybe you're looking at Duncan Robinson, but I'm talking about a 12-team category. Now let's go to Bam Adebayo. 21-9, come on, you got to get that 10 for the double-double, buddy. Come on. 21-9, 3, 1 block, mid. Just mid. 4 turnovers from a center. Come on, Bam. And then Kel'el Ware, after having a great couple last games, fell back down to earth. 5 points, 4 boards, 3 assists on 29 minutes played. Golly. 2 of 6 from field, 1 of 4 from 3. Brother thinks he's Curry out there, man. Getting your big ass in the paint. Whew. Let's go talk to Terry Rozier. 33 minutes, 22 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. Good real life game. I'm not really looking too much into it in terms of fantasy, but if there is an injury to Tyler Hero, then maybe he becomes fantasy relevant. And as always, as Jimmy is about to go, rotations could change as players are brought in for Jimmy or players are traded away for Jimmy. But as of right now, I don't think he's that fantasy relevant. As well as I don't think Nikola Jovic is fantasy relevant either. 29 minutes, 11 points, 3 boards, 5 assists. It's not what you're looking for. When you're looking for a lot, we can't look too much into this game because they lost by 20. But, just me personally, I don't think that. All right, let's go on to the next game. The New York Knicks take down the Denver Nuggets, 122 to 112. Now let's talk about Jalen Brunson. Dog. Big double-double from Jalen Brunson. 30 points, 4 boards, 15 assists, and 2 steals on a block. Whew. Perfect from the line, 50 from 3, only 2 turnovers. That's the type of game. That's the type of guy this guy was last year. Whew. He's back to form. Josh Hart, weekly triple-double, the double-double king, did not have his finest game, but he had 15, 5, and 5, 3 steals. You like the defensive stats. You don't like that he didn't get much else, but you know what? Bad game. You roll with it. Move to the next one. OG Anunoby, 23, 4, and 1. See, the thing is with Anunoby, is he can score like that. Yeah, 23 points. Looks good. 4 boards, 1 assist. Come on, we're in a category league. If you're in a points league, that's fine. Category league, not going to work. 4 personal fouls, come on. Mikal Bridges, man. This guy and OG are 2 mysteries. OG is much better than him, but Mikal Bridges is either going to get you 31 fantasy points or he's going to 14. And that's what he did here. 13, 3, 2, and 1. Whole lot of nothing. Karl Anthony Towns, the big purr himself, has a very mid game. 14, 10, and 5 on a block. 50% from the field, 0 of 4 from 3. Brother is building a house with all the bricks he's shooting. 4 personal fouls. He couldn't guard Yoke, who didn't even have that good of a game. Let's go to the bench. Miles McBride. He had a little stretch when he came in, but he didn't really do much. 12, 2, and 4, 5, 9 from field, 2 of 5 from 3. Let's go on over to the Denver Nuggets. Big game from Jamal Murray. Dog work. 33, 5, and 6. 1 steal, 1 block. Great shooting percentages. 3 of 7 from 3, 4 of 5 from the free throw line. 3 turnovers, not too bad. You live with it. You like it. Russell Westbrook, the double-double king. 14 and 14. Ooh, that's classic Russ right there. Whew. You don't like the 4 turnovers, but I mean, that's Russ. He can get you. I mean, if you told me Russ had 10 turnovers, I wouldn't doubt it. But if you told me he only had 1, I wouldn't doubt it either. That's just the type of guy he is. Michael Porter Jr., whole lot of nothing today. 9, 3, and 2, playing like his brother. Whew. And if you know anything about his brother, that's the guy who tried to gamble against himself and accidentally bricked in a shot. And he lost probably millions. And he got banned from the NBA for that. Aaron Gordon, his first start since coming back, he moved Christian Braun to the bench. What does he do? Whole lot of nothing. 15, 6 and 1, 6 of 7. Hey, I'm talking in terms of fantasy. Pretty good real life game for his role. Not really fantasy relevant. Nikola Jokic, a bad game from Jokic. The first time this guy hasn't got a triple-double in what feels like an eternity. 17 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals and a block. That's pretty good for Jokic. But really, no double-double Jokic? I bet like this guy was like minus 2,000 for a double-double, and he didn't even get it. A lot of people lost a lot of money on him today. Christian Braun moves to the bench. Still plays 29 minutes, but only drops 13, 5, and 1. Now, see, the thing is with Braun is he had a pretty good run earlier on in the season in terms of fantasy value, but I just personally don't think, unless Russell Westbrook is hurt or Aaron Gordon is hurt again, I think he can be left on waivers. I don't think he's a necessity must-add. I don't think you have to have him on your bench. If you want to, obviously you can, but I don't think you need to. Now let's move on over to the Philadelphia 76ers beating the Sacramento Kings 117 to 104. Now let's talk Tyrese Maxey. Another 30-point game from him. 34 and 8. Great work. 1 block. 50% from the field. 1 of 6 from free. What are we doing, buddy? What are we doing, Buster? Not good. Justin Edwards started at point guard, played 23 minutes, 9, 1, and 3. Get that garbage out of here. Eric Gordon, 14, 1, 2, not fantasy relevant. Kelly Oubre, 15, 6, and 3 with 4 steals. Woo. Now, with a lot of people out, Kelly Oubre is actually a pretty good pickup. If he's not picked up in your league, with, Embiid always hurt, Paul always hurt, all these guys are always getting hurt, Kelly Oubre is a pretty good player to have. Yabusele does a whole lot of nothing tonight. I thought he'd do a little bit more. Only 9 points and 6 boards, 3 assists, and a steal. Not looking too good, Yabusele. I think he can be a good start if Drummond is out as well with Embiid. But, he's not showing enough to be like, oh, you got to have him because Embiid's going to, yeah, it's nice to have him, but, if you don't have the roster move, just move on, be good with it. Kyle Lowry drops 22 fantasy points off the bench, only projected 8. And he played 26 minutes, dropped 13, 5, and 8. Don't chase these points. It's not going to happen again. Just move on. Now let's talk about the Kings. Trade rumor king De'Aaron Fox. He might get traded again. That was a little out of the blue, but he drops 19, 8, and 5 on 7, 15 from the field, 1 of 5 and 3. Bad. 2 turnovers. If he gets traded, the rumors are saying Spurs, which would be crazy. I'm not sure how that would affect fantasy yet. I think it could help Fox. I'm not too sure, just because I don't know what the trade package would be. But if he did get traded, I think the biggest beneficiaries on the Kings would be Malik, DeRozan, and Sabonis. Malik Monk, 21, 5, and 8. You want to see the double-double. You want to see 2 more assists. He really didn't do a whole lot of anything after halftime, but we'll take it. 8 of 18 from 3, 3 of 9 from 3. Not too good. 3 turnovers. Mid-game. DeMarvelous DeRozan, the fourth quarter king. 19, 3, and 3 with a steal. Mid. Sabonis, a nice little triple-dub. That's a Josh Hart triple-dub. 13 points, 14 boards, 11 assists, a steal and a block. That's a triple-double. That's what you want to see. Great job. Keegan Murray just really can't find his foot in this season. But this is, it's good for fantasy. 5 from 3, really? Come on now. 17 points, 8 boards, 1 steal. You can leave him on waivers. He's not a necessity ad. And the streamer legend, Keon Ellis, dropped 6, 3, 2, and a steal. A 10 2 of 10 from the field, 2 of 9 from 3. Now, the thing with Keon, you might be saying, oh, what if Fox get traded? Yeah. Keon, yeah. If Fox does get traded, Keon Ellis could move into the starting lineup. But think about this. If he gets traded to the Spurs, who are the Spurs trading back? Are they going to trade back Chris Paul? Because if they do, he's probably going to start. Are they going to trade back Stephen Castle? Or somebody else? Are they going to start over Ellis? Is Ellis going to get the 30 minutes? Or is he going to stay at his 18? So this could be a good little pickup if you want. But there is always a chance that with trade, there might be no trade. Fox might stay here. We have no idea. But I'm just saying, be cautious. But this could be a nice little pickup. All right. Now let's go on to the Dallas Mavericks narrowly escaping the New Orleans Pelicans 137-136. Now let's talk about Kyrie Irving. Mr. Kyrie. 25, 9, and 6, 1 steal, great shooting percentages, 12 of 21 from field. You don't like the 3 of 9 from 3, but you know what? They won. Not going to go too much into it. Klay Thompson's having a great last 2 games. 6 threes made. After he had 7 in the first half last game, which if you saw the 7, that was insane. Great job, Klay. This is a bounce back week from Klay. It's good to see his numbers going up, but then again, I really like. He's not a must-add. He's not a priority. Get Klay. It's not. But if you have him, you like what you're seeing. Spencer Dinwiddie, 11, 4, and 7, a steal. Mid as can be. He's a decent pickup, decent bench piece. Not too much, especially once Luka Doncic comes back. P.J. Washington, when somebody's out, this guy steps up. 25, 14, and 8 with a block. Great shooting percentages. 5 turnovers. Come on now. But still, 36.5 fantasy points. Great game from PJ. Now let's get on to the Wizards legend, Daniel Gafford. And once his boy went down, oh my, this man has been a fantasy demon. 22 points, 12 boards, 3 assists, and 4 blocks. I'm perfect from the field. That's the Daniel Gafford we know. Because we all know last year he went on like a 30-shot streak. It was something crazy. What a game from him. Quentin Grimes, again, only 20 minutes, 17 points, 1 board, 3 steals. Don't go after it. Once Luka comes back, he's not even relevant. All right, now let's go over to the New Orleans Pelicans. DeJounte Murray plays 33 minutes, scores 27, grabs 5 boards, 6 assists. You like it, but very mid due to the 3 turnovers. It's a good game, but it's a good real-life game. For fantasy, it's okay. You're not locking it in. 24.5. You can get better from Murray. CJ McCollum, 26.5. Now, see, depending on what league you're in, this could be a lock. I don't think it's going to be a lock, just because I feel like you get a little bit more in that. He drops 23, 3, and 8 assists with a steal on 9 of 21 from the field and 3 of 7 from 3. Not too good, but you know who was really good? Trey Murphy. This guy's been a dog as of late. 39 minutes, 32 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal on 13 from 17 from the field and 5 of 9 from 3. No turnovers. Whew, what a game, Trey. Good job. Now let's talk about the Mr. Duke man himself, Zion Williamson. 28 minutes played, 29 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals. This is the Zion we know. Can he stay healthy? I don't know. But if you have him, you're liking this. Messi, a whole lot of nothing. Doesn't even score. 7 boards, 1 assist, 4 block. You can hold, but then again, he's not a must-hold. Now let's go over to the second to last game of the night, where the Los Angeles Clippers took down the San Antonio Spurs 128-116. Let's start off with James Harden. 21, 3, and 11, quick double-double, real quick. Grabs 3 steals and a block on just about 50% from the field. This is over 50% from 3. 4, 7 from the free throw line. You'd like to have more than that. 6 turnovers, not that good. He can cut down on those, though. Now we go to Norman Powell. Great real-life game. 27, 8, and 1. Not too good in a category league, and he only scored 23. I think you can get more than that, but then again, now that Kawhi's back, I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Kawhi Leonard. The first time he's played, I think, 25 minutes in a long, long time. He drops 29 minutes, 27 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. He's flirting with that triple-double, double-double. Grabs a block, 11 of 19 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3. This is a great return to form for Kawhi Leonard. Derrick Jones, 7-7-1. Not fantasy relevant. Not these guys are back. Don't even talk about him. But you want to talk about Zubac? Whew. 21 points. 22 boards. Bro, grabbed more boards than he did points. Dog. 3 assists and a steal. 50% from the field. Perfect from the line. Only 1 turnover. Now, that's a hell of a game. Great job, Zubac. He outduels Wembanyama. In terms of the bench, not anyone fancy relevant. Kevin Porter Jr. could be if there's some injuries, but he doesn't play enough. And until then, he's not rostered. Let's go over to the Spurs. Stephen Castle, who could be a trade candidate if they get Fox, plays 33 minutes, grabs 20 points, 3 boards, 2 steals. You don't really need him. Maybe if you think he's going to get traded to somewhere else, you maybe grab him, but he's not a necessity. Chris Paul on 27 minutes, really bad game. 7 points, 1 board, 7 assists. Triple singles, looking like rookie Lonzo out there. Get that garbage out of here. Now, see, he could be traded to the Kings. We have no idea. But I would hold on Chris Paul just because he is good. He can get you a weekly lock-in. And I must preface that the league that we're in is a weekly lock-in league on Sleeper. Now, if you're playing the other, like ESPN or Yahoo, you maybe don't need Chris Paul. But in a league like this where it's a weekly lock-in, Chris Paul can get you a weekly lock-in. He's good to have. Vassell, 32 minutes played. You like to see that? 19 points, 3 boards, 3 assists. Just mid, 1 turnover. Nothing else, no defensive stats. Harrison Barnes. Bonzi, the pencil. Drops 15, 3, and 7 with 2 steals in the block. Whew, great game from Bonzi. Now let's go over to Wet Bananas himself. Pretty mid game from Wembanyama. You're expecting a little bit more from him. 23, only 12 boards. You're getting out-rebounded by Zubac by 10. He grabbed 10 more boards than you, and you were way taller than him. Come on, Wemby. Not looking good. Only 4 assists, only 2 steals, only 3 blocks. To be honest with me, I'm expecting at least 4 a game. Maybe that's unrealistic, but you're also 10 foot, so get a grip. 50% from the field, 50 from 3, 4 or 5 from the line, 3 turnovers. It's a good game for anybody else that's not named Victor Wembanyama. A bad game or a mid game from Wembanyama. A good game for anybody else, obviously. Jeremy Shohan, 26 minutes, 7 points, 4 assists, 2 steals on block. Triple single, not fantasy relevant. None of these guys are. And let's get on to our final game. Actually, there is a game currently going, and I might touch on that, but this is the last one that's already done. The Timberwolves take down the Suns 121-113. Now let's start off with the title card, Anthony Edwards. He takes flight. 33, 7, 5, 2 steals and 4 blocks. 11 of 20 from the field, 3 of 8. You'd like to see 4 of 8, but that's alright. 89 from the field, 7 turnovers. Ant-Man, you just giving out? Here you go, take that. You want to steal? Here you go. Come on, Ant. I'm expecting better from you. You want to know who had a great game, though? Flirting with a triple-dub. The big man, Julius Randle. 28, 7, and 6. With 3 steals. Rare to see this guy get defensive stats. Wow. Great game from you, Randle. Nice job. Mike Conley, 30 minutes. Drops 6 points. Drop him. Bye-bye. Jaden McDaniels has been good as of late. He played 37 minutes. I would say you hold. Not the best game from him, though. 14 points, 6 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals. With Jaden Daniels, not Jaden Daniels. Dog. He's a dog. But Jaden McDaniels, for him to get a fantasy locking game, you need a lot of steals and you need a lot of boards. You need that double-double with 4 steals. That's not what he got tonight. Rudy Gobert, 34 minutes for the starting center, and he grabbed 5 boards. I repeat, 34 minutes, 4 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. For the Guaranteed Hall of Fame Defensive Player of the Year. He's a bum. He can't guard Luka. He's a bum. Nick Westbrook, or actually, that's not. Why do we keep bringing up football? Alexander Walker dropped 23, 4, and 1. on pretty good shooting. Not fantasy relevant. Rob Dillingham. Now here's a guy who could be, probably not though, just because like this Timberwolves team is too good for him to be fantasy relevant later. But maybe if he replaces Mike Conley in a starting role, he could be. But as of right now, that is not the case. Now let's get over to the Phoenix Suns. Tyus Jones, 24 minutes played, 5 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Really? Drop him. Devin Booker, 41 minutes, 28 points, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. No, it's an alright game. But then you realize, yeah, he had 9 turnovers. You trying to go for a double-double? Bro wanted the double-double of 28 points and 10 turnovers. Really? Come on, Devin. But you want to talk about a game from Kevin Durant. Mr. Dust himself, the Snake, the Grim Reaper. The Slim Reaper. Not the Grim Reaper, he's the Slim Reaper. 3-5. Drops 33, 2-7 with 2 blocks. Or actually 2 steals and 4 blocks. A 13 of 19 from the field, 4 of 8 from 3. Great game from Durant. I noticed that he doesn't have a tech here, but I thought he did get a tech. So Durant may or may not have gotten a tech. I'm not sure. Because I saw that he had a tech. Maybe they took it away. I'm not sure. Royce O'Neal, 4-5-1. Drop. Nick Richards, 25 minutes, 7 points, 5 boards, 1 assist. Really? Come on now. What'd they trade you for? Bum. Get your shit together, bruh. Bradley Beal. Man, I think they're just waiting to trade this guy. 25 minutes played off the bench, 17, 3 and 6, 1 steal. Maybe if he gets back into a starting role, he could be relevant, but coming off the bench, I don't think he's in the necessity ad. He's a good bench player, but he's not like, oh my god, I gotta use my number 1 waiver priority. I gotta trade for this guy. Grayson Allen, 29 minutes played, 11 points, 7 boards. Somehow he grabbed 7 boards. I would have thought that'd be 7 assists. Nope, 7 boards. 1 steal, 1 block. 50% from 3, damn near. Just about 50% from the field. 2 turnovers. Not something you gotta go rush to get. Again, Mason Plumlee, not relevant. Ryan Dunn, not relevant. Yusuf Nurkic's not relevant. Get that boy out of here. He's a stinker. Alright, and for the last game of the day, let's go to the current game. I'll just give you a little breakdown of the current game as we're going. So right now, the Thunder are only up by 1, 93-92. Let's go really quickly. Shea's got 31 minutes. He's got 43 real-life points. 43, 3 and 4. Dog work. J-Dub, 19, 6 and 2. I'm not going to get too far into it because the game's not over yet. Casey Wallace, bum. You don't need him. Lou Dort, you don't need him. Hartenstein, great job. 4 points, really? Like, this is a prime double-double or triple-double opportunity, and you have 4 points. Bruh. But this is a good board game for him. Isaiah Joe, don't need him. Other J-Dub, don't need him. Wiggins, don't need him. Now let's go over to the Warriors. Steph Curry, another bad game from Curry. 18, 1 and 3, and another steal. Really? We're not looking too much into this, but it's annoying. Gary Payton is bad. Like, what is Steve Kerr doing? I don't understand these lineups. He just does whatever the fuck he wants. Gary Payton, Gary Payton, now it's your time to be back here. Just pick some fucking lineup and go with it. Gary Payton barely plays before. Now he plays 19 minutes. 11, 8 and 2. Don't grab him. You don't need him. Buddy Hield, again, 5, 5 and 4. Don't need him. But Andrew Wiggins, pretty good game. 22, 4 and 2. 1 block. An encouraging performance on 30 minutes played. Quentin Post actually started. Played 8 minutes. Had 2 turnovers. No other stats. Nice job. Drop. Kevon Looney, 16 points, which is rare for him. 2 boards and 2 assists. You'd think if he had 16 fantasy points, it's probably because he had like 12 boards. No, he only had 2. Maybe this is encouraging, but then again, with foreseeable legend Steve Kerr, you have no idea who this guy's gonna fucking play. So you could grab Looney. Oh no, we're gonna put in Santos. Like, we have no idea. Maybe he'll play a lot. I don't know. Schroeder, now that Curry's back, not really doing much. 18 minutes, 7, 2 and 5, 1 steal. He's a good streamer if Curry happens to be out, but not really doing a whole lot since being traded there. Podziemski played just 15 minutes, 7 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Again, now that Steph Curry's back, not really a name that you need. Santos, again, not a name you need. Kyle Anderson, nope. Moody, nope. And yeah, that's about it for the first episode of the Fantasy Basketball Podcast. Leave a like, leave a review. It's been fun. Peace out.